What's going on, everybody? Walter with the RC Addiction Vlog. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC Vlog. Today's race news. We had a club race today up at Poor Boys. It was a good day. We had a really good day. We had first qualifying, we didn't do so well. Second qualifying, we did a lot better. Car started coming around a lot. We weren't having things rattle loose on us on the car. We were on the up and up, we thought, right? Until the third qualifier, and we just put her in the tank. We just couldn't keep her together. So we're going to go ahead and do a couple things to the B7. We're going to go ahead and rebuild the shocks, get a couple different things changed, setup wise, maybe. We'll see what we decide to do, but we want to make sure that we're always as dialed as we can get, right? And everybody's always tweaking on their cars, always doing something. Everybody, I have a kind of a different perspective on it. Usually, if I've got some major stuff going on, depending on what it is or what I have available to me at the time, will depend on whether or not I do it. So, like, I didn't have all my shock oils that I wanted with me today at the track, and I knew about halfway through the day that the shocks needed to get rebuilt. And so, instead of just muscling it out through one of the breaks, I just ran it. I know it's not like best case scenario, but it helps me enjoy my day a little bit more at the track instead of feeling like I'm always wrenching on stuff, to where I can save my wrenching for when I get home. Now, I don't always do that. If I'm at a bigger race and I'm traveling somewhere, then I will spend the time and do it right then and there to make sure that we have the best car available for that race. But when it's just club races like this, a lot of times I won't worry too much about it. It can be fixed later on, and we can deal with it later. It's not really realistically the end of the world. So we're going to go ahead and do that. But I still had a lot of fun today, guys. I mean, today was a good day. We had really good A main racers. I felt like the A main went really well, really well. Everybody drove really well. Congratulations to the winners. I don't even remember who won. You guys would have to check the PBR chat or PBR's Facebook page, because they're always posting the pintures of who won. But it was really clean driving. It looked like some close battles between Andrew, Matt, Austin, Lintag, Steve Sarber ended up bumping from the B main to the A main. So shout out to Steve for making it to the A. And yeah, I mean, it was a great day. The one thing that bums me out a little bit is that we don't have enough to keep the short course class going, or stadium truck. Like, I just like seeing multiple classes on the track, and I know everybody else does. And it's just a bummer sometimes that we don't have enough people to get all those different classes racing. So if you guys are coming out to the track, make sure you bring your cars, make sure you bring your buggies, your trucks, your short course, whatever you got, bring it. We want to race, and we want you to be able to enjoy it with us. And I know everybody's usually enjoying it, but yeah, we want to get all the classes going. I miss racing short course with everybody, so hopefully all the guys that kind of haven't been there in a few weeks can, their schedules will allow them to get back. I know it's tough when everybody's got families just like I do. We talk about it all the time on the channel, having two kiddos working a 40-hour a week job. It can be a lot to be able to do this, the channel and everything. So, and not only just that, but then also full-time RC. So I get it, guys. We appreciate you guys making your efforts to come out to the track. We really do. And I know Poor Boys does too, because it really helps them out. And yeah, I mean, the B7, guys, now that we've got our steering rack figured out, now we can really start to dial this thing in, which is what we were able to do today, which is why I felt like our second qualifier came around really well, and I ended up bumping from, like, I think I was in last place in the slow class, or the slow heat, if you will, and I ended up bumping up like 4 spots in that slow class, and I felt good after that second race, but then the third race, it was pretty bad. So, and then the funny part is that in the B main, which I did absolutely terrible in too, still enjoyed myself, but did terrible. Um, me and Ryan actually switched remotes, because me and him were in. I was in fifth and he was in sixth, or I'm sorry, it might have been vice versa. I think he was in fifth and I was in sixth in the B main, and our cars were so terrible that we ended up switching remotes to see whose was technically the worst. And come to find out, mine, quote unquote, Ryan says was better than his. I don't feel like I drove his for enough because I kept wrecking it. So maybe that does mean that mine was better. But we're gonna still do a couple of tweaks. The other thing, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this. Steve Sarver, shout out to you. But I would show you, but my phone's inside. The So Dialed app. I'm gonna play with that a little bit, and if you guys, I'll put a link in the description below to the App Store. But the So Dialed app looks like it's an RC app, just from what I've peeked at it so far. And I'm gonna try and do a full tutorial on it. We'll see how it works if I can get the editing side of it done properly. But the So Dialed app allows you to create a baseline for your buggies or your short course or any of that stuff, and plug in and troubleshoot some of the issues that you're having with your car, whether it's traction rolling, whether it's not enough steering, you got a bad push, or the car's not going fast enough. There's tons of different things that you can punch into this app, and it'll help you troubleshoot some of the things that you can do to change and make the car better or the setup better. So we're going to play with that as well in midst of doing everything that we plan on doing, which is the rear diff. We need to rebuild the rear diff. We need to rebuild the front shocks. We need to check all of our links, our camber links, and make sure that they're all squared up, because we did make a few adjustments, but I don't feel like they helped. So we might go back to where we were. And then, yeah, go back through everything and just check and make sure it's all still tight. Because for whatever reason, even on the stuff that I put thread locker on, I was still having a couple of my ball studs come loose. So I wasn't real excited about that. But that's part of RCing, unfortunately. So, and then we got to get the short course dialed in a little bit too. We're going to do some different body posts on it. We've got one bent one that we've been just kind of dealing with, but our body's dragging too bad now that we want to get that fixed before it damages the body too much, takes too much paint off this old purple girl. So we appreciate you guys watching, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Obviously you guys saw all the racing prior to me doing the end of the video here, but hopefully you guys enjoy that stuff. I don't know if you guys watch all the way through that or not. I hope you do. But yeah, it's just another club day at Poor Boys. With these new updates, guys, the new carpet, we've had some gnarly weather, and the building that we have needs some renovations. And so we're actually in the midst of doing those renovations, and should have everything done here shortly to help keep the facility a little nicer and drier. We've got a couple roof leaks that need to attended to right away. We've just been hammered with weather in Southern Oregon the last 2 months or so, and more than what we're used to. And so it's been kind of a booger, and it's been putting a hurting on our building. And so we're addressing it, but it needs to be what we get taken care of in the next couple weeks, just so that we can make sure that our investment and everybody's time and money that's put into it is taken care of, because we want it to last a long time. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you smash that like button below, and as always, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because guys, we're doing stuff every day. We're buying UDRs, we're racing buggies, we're racing short course, we're bashing low C Pro motos. I mean, what else could you ask from an RC channel, right? We've got unboxings of just about all the new good stuff coming out on the market. We've got trips to our local hobby shops. I mean, if there's something else you want to see, drop a comment below and let me know. But other than that, we'll see you next time.